In this video, I'm going to show you how you can save 4 hours per week on your proposal writing, make your life much simpler, and get those proposals out much faster than ever using a simple AI tool hack. This works with Google Gemini, Microsoft Copilot, and with ChatGPT. And it is much simpler than you would think, requires setup once, and if you're already subscribed to any of these services, or if you use Google Workspace or Microsoft Office Suite, then it's going to be 100% free for you too. Yesterday, I was having coffee with the CEO of about a 50-person management consulting firm with regards to Drum, which is the company that I operate. We were discussing Drum and how it could potentially help their firm. And towards the end of the conversation, we got chatting about how he, because of the nature of his business, has to customize all of his emails and proposals to each individual, because that's simply how he gets the reply rate that he requires. In his company, they had larger deal sizes, and it made sense for him to have significant customization per email or per proposal. The challenge that he had is that these concepts are extremely time consuming. It can take him hours to write an email or to compile a proposal for his target customers. And we got chatting about how some of the new tools available on the market can help with that exact problem. Now, the way that you do this in Google Gemini, Microsoft Copilot, or ChatGPT is by creating a custom chat system. Now, you can also do this in Microsoft Copilot or ChatGPT, and they just call them usually custom GPTs. And you'll just have to find out how to create a custom GPT, but I do have a link below this video on how to go through that step by step if you'd like a walkthrough. Now, the key of a custom GPT or a gem is that it's a self-contained piece of context that does one thing very specifically. So here you can see some examples where I have some concepts that I've previously used for Drum. So I've had concepts around software architecture, marketing, business coaching. But in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can create a proposal key insight extractor, which is a complex term for essentially a way of getting the key details about your business into a proposal or an email much quicker than ever before. Now, a gem or a custom GPT, let me show you how this is set up in Gemini, is simply a set of instructions with additional context. Now, I have the prompt here. Once again, if you would like this exact prompt without having to pause your screen here and copy this exactly, it will be in a link below this video. And the prompt in this, to summarize, essentially says, you are an expert proposal / quote / tender writer, and given a library of historical performance data and firm experience, you extract the key information that is most compelling for each new proposal that you are presented. Now, we have additional headings here, how you help, examples from previous proposals. And what this does is that this prompt will tell the GPT to essentially extract key information from additional context that you provide. Now, that additional context I would highly recommend would be the compiled versions of your case studies, your white papers, maybe business intelligence or key statistics or insights from historic projects. Your key services as a business, so if you're a consulting engineer, what are your key services that you offer, and testimonials and reviews. Now, in your custom ChatGPT or in your custom gem, in the case of Google Gemini, you can provide this as knowledge. So it's optional. You could actually add this to the instructions portion. So we could add another area here called key BI from historic projects. And we can actually spell this out within this area of the instructions of this gem. Otherwise, we can just drag and drop this as knowledge here as files. Now here I have 0 reviews and case studies. In the 0 reviews, all I've done is I've gone into Drum Xero account. I've actually copied and pasted all of our reviews from the Xero App Store. Case studies is just a compilation of case studies from our historic Drum clients. And so I would recommend that you would have at least these 2, but in a perfect world, you would also have, if you have any, white papers, BI from historic projects, a summary of your key services, as well as the testimonials and reviews. Now, combining that context or that knowledge with these instructions is all you need to do to save 4 hours per week. And I'll show you how. So I'm going to update this gem, which is essentially the custom chat within Gemini. And I now have that available as a gem in the first column here. Whenever I want to use that, so let's say I have a new opportunity come through and they want a summary of our services, or I have a new proposal to write. All I have to do is open up that gem and click on the proposal key inside Extractor, and now provide Gemini with the context about what this new company is. So I could say, we have a new 20-person consulting engineering firm looking to use Drum. They're coming from an existing custom solution. It can be as simple as this. So it can take me 10 seconds to write in the prompt, and this will just leverage the knowledge, which is the context that we added to the gem, as well as the instructions. The beauty of this is that this can be continuously improved time after time. So we'll see what this gives us, but we can massage that prompt's instructions over and over to give us exactly what we want. So in our prompt, just to be very clear what we're getting here, we have an instruction here that says you will provide a paragraph or two on the following portions of the proposal that we write. How we've helped industries like yours, project background, what our customers say. Your compelling paragraphs will be data heavy with key wins from our previous engagements. Do not include any information beyond the 3 points above. Okay, so to summarize, that's why we're seeing what we're seeing here. And here is how it's broken it down for me. So how we've helped industries like yours. This is probably a little bit clumsy. It should be how we've helped firms like yours. So here it says we have extensive experience assisting consulting engineering firms, civil and structural engineers, and geotechnical consultants. And this is a breakdown of that for this use case. Okay. Project background. Our experience migrating clients from aging custom-built software is directly relevant to your situation. We've recently managed a similar transition. Okay, so we can see that as well. What our customers say. This is a breakdown of our consulting engineering clients. Now, it's important to know what I'm showing you here is for Drum. Okay, now Drum is a single source of truth. It's an ERP for consulting engineers. So, it's a slightly different scenario. I'm recording this video for consulting engineers. So your output will be different, okay, to be very clear. You'll have output based on local government authorities, based on state-based, main roads departments and so on. The key is that this prompt works no matter the situation. Now, if we're unhappy with this result for any reason, so let's say how we've helped industries like yours, or this seems a little bit clumsy for any reason, we can continually improve this. I'm going to go over to my gem here. I'm going to click on Edit. And perhaps I want this language to be simplified. And I want it to be broken down to smaller paragraphs. I'm going to add that to the prompt. So I'm going to say paragraphs should be short and snappy. Use a 10-year-old reading level for your copy. Let's see how this works. Let's experiment with this new prompt. I'm going to update that. And let's say that we'll test this with a different prompt this time. So I'm going to go over to my gem here. I'm going to say a 15-person firm coming from Excel spreadsheets. Now for you, this will be, we're working with potentially a developer who wants to subdivide a 30-acre plot of land into X amount of lots. You would obviously customize this for your context. So in this case, we have a 15-person firm coming from Excel spreadsheets. Let's see how this looks now based on our updated prompt. Now, one key fact while we're waiting for this prompt, for Gemini, I would highly recommend using 2.5 Pro over 2.5 Flash if possible. And this is another way that you can improve the output of your prompts is by changing the model, whether it's in Copilot or ChatGPT, to see what gives you the best results. So now we have our result here, so we can see how we've helped industries like yours. I should have changed that to firms. We help firms like yours move away from messy spreadsheets. One engineering firm we worked with got rid of 8 different spreadsheets that they were using to track important business data. This change saved their managers and office team at least 4 hours. I actually don't hate this. It's probably a little bit simplistic for our ideal customers. I could maybe knock the reading level up a couple of years, I think, but I like this. And the point is that all you have to do is change this as required. So just by creating this system within your business, you have now a template that you can leverage over and over again. And not only that, it's something that you can give to your staff to create a consistent system that can be leveraged. And it's leverage that gives you time and money back into the business. Now, one final pro tip on how to make this prompt even better is that I would highly recommend that you provide examples. These large language models perform very, very well if you tell them what it has been successful in the past. So for our target customers, for consulting engineers, I would put in here examples of the text that you've written of your previous proposals or emails, and give it the context of that. So this was a proposal for a local government authority in relation to whatever it may be. And here is where you would add that additional context. And then perhaps you would go to the next one. This was a proposal for whatever it may be. And with these examples, I would add these as additional knowledge, whether it's in a Word document, you can link to a Google Doc here, you can upload text files, experiment with what you can provide to whichever AI system that you use. And the beauty of that is that if you provide examples, it will actually also infer or reference your writing style as well. So not only will it extract the key information from your proposals, from your BI, from your testimonials, it will also actually use a similar writing style as you would like it to, whether that's informal, formal, whatever it may be. So hopefully this was helpful. I truly believe that this can save at least 4 hours per week. And the beauty is that it's a system. So you can systemize this across the firm and generate your proposals faster and stay on top of all of that incoming work. My name is Ben. I'm the founder of Drum, which is an ERP primarily for consulting engineering firms, geotechnical, environmental, and the associated industries. If this was helpful for you, below this video, there'll be a link to actually get the access to this document. And if you sign up to that link, we'll just send you information very occasionally on how Drum is progressing and how we could potentially help your firm grow even more.